All right. This is live. There we go. So if this is live, I'm going to be talking to you about heaven and hell, and the issue of heaven and hell thereof. All right, we're live. So I'm going to be talking to you about heaven and hell, and what most people think about heaven is really hell, and most even church people that go to church even think about heaven is really hell. Now listen carefully. Heaven is a heaven is a place of freedom from sin. It's not really a place of freedom, but it's really a place of freedom from sin. This is a life-saving moment for all of you to listen to, because really heaven is a place of freedom from hell, and a freedom from sin, and a freedom with God, and He has no sin, and He is holy, and we are to be a holy people. Now, if you want to be in sin, then you can be self-destructive, and then you want to go to hell, because hell really is a place of torment and horror, and basically a place where people are rebellious and they are rebelling against God and cursing God forever, and they sin forever. They want to be in sin forever, because heaven is it's an issue. It's an issue where you never want to be with sin anymore. It is, I am giving up my sins to be with Jesus. I am no longer going to be part of sin, but I'm going to be a part of Jesus. Hell, on the other hand, is a place, for some people, they just want to sin. For others, they want to rebel against Jesus. And for other people, it's a place where, they just don't care about anything, and they're just being lazy. And they're not careful enough about sin. Because, if you'd rather have sin, then that's okay with Jesus, because let me tell you something. Jesus loves you to the point of you willing to be sinful and you not to be around Him. He loves you to that point. His love is so mysterious that if you're willing to be a sinner, then you can be a sinner as much as you want, because, Jesus is love. If you want to be with Him, you're to be without sin, because He is not sin. He is love. His perfect love is without sin, because he basically kind of makes a sort of a contract to our face, but not really a contract. It's if you want to be with me, you are to be like me. If you don't want that, then you can do whatever you want. But also, heaven is a place where it's the most beautiful, it's the most loving place you can ever imagine. He wants a place to have the most love possible. He wants the most beautiful love that you can ever imagine, beyond anyone's imagination. Because it's pure love. And sin is not love, it's hate. So you can hate as much as you want, but are you going to be loving in the end? Because if you're not, well, there's another place. He gave that to the people who are sinners, who still want to be in sin. Even the religious people want to be in sin, because they have put sin instead of religion. They put religion for sin. And honestly, this world is messed up. It is not heaven. It is earth. And hell is a place only for sin. Hell is only sin. Fire and brimstone is only sin. It destroys people. And heaven is love, where the grass never dies, where the trees never die, where there's many precious materials. And you can rest whenever you need to, but it's basically your spirit, and you'll be satisfied with all that knowledge, with these books of knowledge. It should not be superficial knowledge. It shall be knowledge of God and knowledge of all that He created for you. You should know how to create things, and you should know how to even know what God really was for when He was infinite before the times of the earth. He was before time, and you shall know what He's like with before time. You should be taught in heaven, and not only that, you will know everything. So instead, you'll be knowing all this you'll know everything. And it's the feasting is basically for knowledge. So really, you know, your body's a spirit, but really physical, like a spirit and physical. So you will be having a perfect body, like Jesus has a perfect body. And not only that, his he's so powerful that he is like he has so much he has so many thunderstorms around his palace, and so many rainbows around his palace, and it has lots of tremendous noises of worship and thundering and all that stuff. His and his palace is a kingdom, and his kingdom has so many rulings. But everyone will follow by these rulings because they decided to. It is an invitation to be in this kingdom that whoever who has this invitation shall not sin. And this means you do not want to sin anymore. Since you are not perfect, but you do not want to sin anymore. And I choose not to sin anymore. Even though I'm not perfect, even though I have sinned, I feel like I do not want to anymore to deal with a sin because it's messing with my life. It's messing me up, guys. So really, heaven shall come down on earth, and and shall be a beautiful place. It shall be heaven shall be, earth shall be remade and into a new earth. But on the other hand, hell's there for destruction, and this like the most horrible thing. It's where your body gets destroyed, but constantly and never dies. Your body shall be made horrible, like Darth Vader in the third episode of Star Wars. And you should never you should never die, and even then you shall reap the consequences, and you shall I mean, there shall be death, but no death thereof. It's because it's your second death, your death from the kingdom. And honestly, there's a lot of, horrible stuff in hell, but also it's a separation from God. Sin is a separation from God because sin separates you from God. And what sin does is, if you imagine it this way, you either choose God or you choose sin. And there's no other option because sin is of the devil and God is of pureness. And if you don't care about God, then you care about sin. Because sin, it's a Hitler. It's a Hitler. Because then there shall be many worms and many flames and lake of lava, and much gnashing of teeth. It's not pretty. Well, if this was helpful, okay? May God bless you, and may He change your mind. And may give you a new hope, to no longer be in sin, okay? All right, I'll be done now, okay? Bye.